Hi, welcome to the Creative Channel. I'm so glad to be your host, your tarot card reader for today. Thank you for tuning in. Happy Winter Solstice. I hope you guys are celebrating life as it is. Yes, so I have pulled from the Animal Spirit deck once again, and it's very beautiful. Like, that's the word that wants to come through. It's very beautiful. Okay? And it's talking about beauty, which is so funny. It's so interesting. Okay? So, what we have today is the starfish energy. Yes. So, the starfish energy is really talking about superficialness, like superficialness, that's not even a word, but superficial. Like, are you being superficial in any type of way? Are you being shallow in any type of way? This card is really saying that you're beautiful, that you're alluring, that you're wonderful, you're magnificent, you're magnetic. And so it's talking about, like, are you focused on your looks? Like, are you so focused on your looks to where you're not going to do anything until your looks are, like, up to par? Like, you know what I'm saying? And what is really up to par? Like, you know, what is really up to par? We may want to have this, nice body, or we want to have this nice, physique, or whatever the case may be. Yet it's like, you are beautiful as you are right now. Like, do you see yourself? Like, you know what I'm saying? Do you see yourself in the mirror? What do you do when you look in the mirror? Like, what do you even say when you look in the mirror? Do you smile at yourself when you look in the mirror? Or do you just look and automatically pick out the flaws? Like, you know what I'm saying? So this card is really saying to go for what you're doing. Like, go for it. Like, it's really talking about, being around positive friends that uplift you, that is just encouraging you, that's just like, yo, like, you're beautiful, you're loving, like, what you're doing is beautiful. Like, it's not even about your looks, more so to say, even though your looks are important, you want to take care of yourself and look beautiful yourself and handsome, or whatever the case may be. Yeah, it's also saying that what you do is important. What you do is beautiful. Like, so what you're bringing, whatever gifts that you want to be bringing, whatever expression that wants to come out, like, it's okay. Like, it's beautiful. Every expression that you have is beautiful. It's accepted. Accept yourself, you know? So yeah, that's what this starfish energy is really talking about. Okay? So when you're in balance, you're uplifting, you're artistic, you're expressive. When you're out of balance, you're gossipy, you feel empty inside, and you just feel like you just want to hide, To bring into balance is to be around positive friends, okay? The next card that we have, which relates to our starfish energy, is the peacock energy. I'm gonna go ahead and turn this upside down, or turn this right side up, because it was upside down. It was reversed. But I like to really see cards, I like to pull cards, right side up. It's like, even though it was reversed, I know that I'm gonna turn it back to the way it's supposed to be, because we have the ability to balance ourselves out. So it's not to say that because it's reversed, like, this is it. Like, we can always reverse it back to this way. Right side up. Is what I'm trying to say. Okay? So this peacock energy is definitely about inner beauty. Like, we're talking about beauty again. It's like, don't you see that you have beauty within yourself? Like, there's inner beauty within you, to where the starfish energy is like, why are you looking at your outer beauty? Like, like, it's okay to look at your outer beauty, but you're like, why are you so focused on the outer beauty? To where the inner beauty is so important. Like, that's where all the gold is. Like, that's where the magic and the sparkles happen. Like, is your inner beauty. And this is a fire card, okay? So this is talking about digestion. It's talking about your emotional state. It's talking about, are you able to digest, your emotions properly, healthily? Like, if we have emotions, are we able to go through them with ease? Or are we, like, having trouble, going through these emotions to where we're just, like, rigid and just like, like, you know what I'm saying? So the peacock energy is really talking about being able to digest emotions, being able to digest situations, you know, that are happening in our life, that have happened in our life? Are we able to digest those situations properly? You know, are we able to go through the motions with ease, you know, like, and not just to say with ease, but with, you know, understanding, like, okay, like I'm going through this and I'm able to make it through. Like, what's your mind state like, you know? Also with this card, it's bringing you to meditate on the navel, you know. So if we are having trouble with digesting situations, digesting, you know, emotions, then to meditate on the navel, to really do hand mudras. If you don't know any hand mudras that can help you with the meditation on the navel, then I suggest you look it up. You can always look it up on, you know, Google and stuff like that, or any sites that you feel resonance with. But this is really calling to meditate on the navel, to really be able to digest any situations that are arising within you, or have arose within you, to where you're like, okay, like I'm able to go through this properly, you know. Plus, if you feel called to do anything, you know, to recognize that the inner beauty is within you, all right? Just like the starfish energy is saying, like, there's no need to be superficial or shallow or anything like that. Recognize that the beauty is already within you. If you don't see beauty outside, look inside. And then once you look inside and see the beauty within you, then the outward beauty is just gonna naturally come, like, you know. So that is what these two cards are talking about. And then our third card is the Lamb card. And this is the Earth card. So ground yourself, you know. With this Lamb energy, it's really, it's like, I imagine it like a baby. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like a baby, to where the lamb is like happy. Like when I picture a lamb, it's like bouncing around, happy, joyous, and just like going along and doing things in like this joyous state, you know, to where the lamb also is in this mode of learning. It's like in the stages of learning. It's in the stages of adapting, you know. And that's kind of what the Peacock card is talking about too, adapting to the situations that, you know, happened in your life or is happening, being able to adapt, you know. So the lamb energy is also just like the student, you know. I just feel like it's the student energy, to where it's like learning new things. It's learning in life. It's learning through experiences and living life, you know, and seeing how, you know, things are like, it's in this wondrous, you know, state in a way. Okay. So this lamb energy is really talking about to settle in within yourself and to realize that you are the student, to also realize that there may be a message waiting for you, you know, and that could be from a stranger, that could be from a family member, that could be from a friend, that can be from the inner teacher within you. If you meditate and you center within yourself and you listen to your heart space, you know, a message may be there for you to hear, you know. So even if you're just talking to people on the street or talking to people randomly and you're just having a simple conversation, and then like you're really going through something, like you're like Peacock, like you may be going through something to where you're like digesting situations, and then you go to the store and then you ended up talking to this random person, and then like this random person ends up saying something that's just like ding, like it just reverberates within you, and you're just like, oh my gosh, I needed to hear that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's something that I have been going through, or that I am going through, to where that message that you just said it just like sparked something within me, to where I'm like, oh, you know, whatever message it may be, like you're just like, oh, like that resonates, or that feels like that was meant for me to hear. Like, you know. So this is what that lamb energy is talking about. This talking about to silence within, to hear, you know, what is said around you. You know, I also learned that if you end up hearing conversations even from far away, and you're just like, you hear a conversation that's, you know, really none of your business, but you end up hearing it anyways, like you're around it, it's almost to say like that conversation is, you were supposed to hear it. Like, you know, you were supposed to hear that conversation that two people were having over there on that park bench, even though you're on this park bench. Like, you know what I'm saying? The fact that you heard that conversation, there's some messages there for you as well. Okay? So there's some messages there for you as well. That's why you heard them. So it may be pertaining to your life as well. Okay? So that's what this lamb energy is talking about. To go within, or just to listen, to really meditate, to observe, to be in this, you know, lamb energy. I just keep picturing this lamb that's just bouncing around in this green prairie. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's just like so happy and so jovial. And so, yeah. All right. So for our bonus card, it is the eagle. Wow. The eagle card. And I'm going to flip it right up because you know how I be. The eagle card is, ooh, look at it. It just grabs the talent. It just, look at it. The sun or the light. It's just going for it. Like, you know what I'm saying? And that's what the starfish energy is talking about too. Like, going for it. No matter if you like are fixated on your outward personal appearance, like, go for what you love, you know? It has that eye of desire, just like, you know, it's like focused on what it wants and it's going for it. It's going towards the light. Okay? So, perspective. It's all about perspective. Okay? So, whatever you do, whatever you feel like getting into, whatever it is, like you could be feel like getting into painting, arts, crafts, you know, it could be getting into cooking, or, you know, getting into something that you love or something that resonates with you. Whatever it is, it's all about your perspective. How do you perceive yourself? You know, how do you look at yourself? How do you, you know, how do you feel about yourself? And it's all about your perspective on what you do. So no matter what you do, I hope that you're having a beautiful perspective of yourself. I hope that you conquer the day, conquer your goals, conquer your fears, and get them out of the way. All right? I am so glad that I am able to share these messages with you. May you all have a happy, beautiful winter solstice. I hope you're doing well in life and everything like that. If you feel called to do some winter solstice rituals, then on my Instagram page, it's K Valentine with 4 E's at the end. K Valentine, K-A-Y, Valentine as in Valentine's Day, with 4 E's at the end. And you could look on my story and see what type of rituals there are for winter solstice in the northern hemisphere and in the southern hemisphere. All right. Blessings, y'all. May you all have a blessed day and celebrate life. Bye.